Hi guys, welcome to another video from Little to Simple. Remember the days when you could download the latest movies, music or TV shows free with just a few clicks? When the words torrent and piracy were part of every young Indian's vocabulary, from Bollywood blockbusters to international TV series, torrenting had a massive impact on India's media consumption. But somewhere along the way, the torrent wave started to fade. So what happened? Torrents first gained popularity in India around the early 2000s, when internet access was still limited and data speeds were painfully slow. But for those who had access, torrenting opened up a new world of entertainment. The appeal was simple. Torrents provided free access to content from around the world. Content that was either too expensive or simply unavailable in India. Access to global content. Movies, especially Hollywood releases and popular Western TV shows, were hard to find or very delayed in India. Torrenting bridged that gap, allowing Indians to experience global entertainment firsthand. Cost factor. With high DVD prices and ticket costs, torrenting became a cost-effective option, especially for students and young professionals. Data speeds and initial challenges. Early internet speeds were low, but as broadband expanded, the torrent scene in India boomed. In many ways, torrenting helped India join the global cultural conversation. Suddenly, shows like Friends, Game of Thrones, and movies from various genres became easily accessible, making torrents the go-to source for entertainment. With the rise of torrent platforms like the Pirate Bay, Kick-Ass Torrents, and others, torrenting reached its peak. Entire communities were built around torrenting, with dedicated Indian groups curating local content and even regional movies. The impact on Bollywood and regional content. Even Bollywood movies saw massive unauthorized downloads, especially blockbuster releases. Local torrent communities contributed to uploading regional Indian content as well, like Tamil, Telugu and Punjabi films. Rise of piracy-specific sites. Torrent sites grew popular, with some India-centric sites even emerging, catering specifically to Indian content. Social impact. Young Indians found torrents to be their primary source for movies, music, and games. Peer-to-peer sharing meant that even those with slower internet could contribute and consume. During this period, torrenting wasn't just a way to download files. It became a community, a culture of shared media, and for many, a rite of passage into the digital age. But the golden era of torrenting was bound to attract attention. As more industries saw revenue losses, anti-piracy laws and enforcement actions began to take shape in India. Early legal actions in India. Bollywood and music industries lost significant revenue to piracy. Cases were filed against users and uploaders, with some sites being taken down. ISP blocking and legal restrictions. Indian ISPs began blocking popular torrent sites following legal notices from courts and media companies. Warnings appeared on blocked pages, often intimidating casual users. Fear among users. Legal notices and the threat of fines began to deter some users. With some sites blocked, people found it increasingly difficult to access torrenting websites safely. Though it wasn't an overnight change, the legal crackdown started to chip away at the casual torrent user base. Accessing content through torrents became riskier, and people began to look for safer alternatives. The real game changer for the decline of torrents in India was in legal action. It was the rise of streaming services. Affordable, convenient, and above all, legal, streaming platforms offered an alternative that changed the way Indians consume content. The entry of Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hotstar. Netflix and Prime Video entered India with vast libraries of global content, making access easy and affordable. Hotstar capitalized on Bollywood and regional content, becoming popular for local audiences. Competitive subscription pricing. To attract the price-sensitive Indian market, streaming platforms offered lower cost plans, some even as low as 199 rupees per month. This affordability reduced the motivation to seek free torrents. Localized content and language options. Localized content on streaming platforms appealed to Indian tastes, with regional languages and exclusive Bollywood content. This regional targeting made streaming services an attractive and relevant alternative to torrents. The arrival of these services marked a major shift in the way Indians access media. Instead of waiting to download and risk legal trouble, users could simply log in, pay a small fee, and watch content instantly. India's internet revolution further cemented the move away from torrents. When Jio launched in 2016, offering affordable data plans, streaming became accessible even for people in smaller towns and rural areas. Affordable data plans with Jio's entry. Data prices dropped significantly, making streaming affordable across India. Streaming services capitalized on this as people now had the data to enjoy content without buffering. Shift to mobile consumption. Torrents traditionally required storage and a desktop or laptop, while streaming could be done easily on mobile phones. Mobile-first audiences preferred the convenience of streaming over downloading. The widespread availability of cheap data didn't just make it easier to watch Netflix or Hotstar, it made torrenting seem outdated. Who needed to wait for a download when they could stream instantly on their phone? As technology progressed, it only accelerated the decline of torrenting. With the rise of streaming technology, original content and exclusive releases, torrents started losing their value. Exclusive content and originals. Platforms began producing Indian originals like Sacred Games and regional specific shows, drawing audiences with exclusive content. Blockbuster Bollywood releases also started premiering on OTT platforms, making torrents unnecessary. Improved streaming quality. Streaming platforms began offering 4K quality and Dolby surround sound, which torrents couldn't always match. The impact of the pandemic. The pandemic pushed more people online, increasing demand for home entertainment. OTT platforms saw growth, while piracy and torrenting became riskier due to legal concerns. From Bollywood blockbusters to exclusive regional series, streaming services covered it all. Better quality, exclusive content, and growing support for Indian regional languages became the final reasons for people to bid goodbye to torrents. The story of torrents in India is more than just the rise and fall of piracy. It's the story of how technology, legal shifts, and consumer habits evolved together. From a culture that once thrived on torrents, India has moved towards an era where legal streaming is the new norm. So, what do you think? Will torrents ever make a comeback, or has India truly moved on to streaming for good? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.